Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting wild, like really wild. We're talking about places that are straight up dangerous to visit. I'm talking heart racing, palm sweating, maybe I should buy insurance, kind of dangerous. We're going around the world to check out the most insane, most terrifying tourist attractions that actually exist. I'm talking sheer cliffs, active volcanoes, places where one wrong step could send you like 1,000 feet down. Would you ever be brave enough to go to one of these places? I don't know about me, but let's jump into it. All right, first up, we're heading straight to Bolivia, and no, I'm not talking about a relaxing vacation. Buckle up, because we're about to take a ride on Death Road. Imagine this. You're cruising down a narrow, bumpy path carved into the side of a mountain. No guardrails, no safety net, just you, a sheer drop, and a whole lot of anxiety. Oh, and did I mention the fog? Yeah, it's so thick, sometimes you can barely see 2 feet in front of you. This isn't some made-up horror movie set, guys. This is the reality for people who dare to travel the North Youngers Road, aka Death Road. Despite the danger, thousands of thrill-seekers flock to Death Road every year. So, would you risk it? Could you handle the feeling of the tires barely gripping the edge of a cliff? Alright guys, if you thought Death Road was intense, get ready for this. We're heading to China to tackle Mount Huashan, a mountain so dangerous it makes Death Road look like a walk in the park. Mount Huashan is known for its insane hiking trails. We're talking narrow wooden planks bolted to the side of a sheer cliff face. There's this one part, right, called the Plank Walk in the Sky. It's literally a few wooden planks hanging over a 7,000-foot drop. The craziest part is that there are no real safety regulations. So what do you guys think? Would you brave the plank walk in the sky? All right, we're switching gears for this next one, but trust me, it's just as wild. Get ready to dive into Devil's Pool in Zambia, where one wrong step could send you plummeting over Victoria Falls. So, picture this. You're chilling in a natural rock pool, the water's crystal clear, the sun's beaming down. Sounds pretty idyllic, right? Wrong. Because this pool is perched right on the edge of one of the largest waterfalls in the world. We're talking a 350-foot drop, guys. One slip, one miscalculation, and it's over. What would you do? Would you be brave enough to take a dip in Devil's Pool? All right, guys, get ready for a different kind of danger because we're heading to Chernobyl, Ukraine. This time, it's not about sheer drops or wild animals, it's about invisible forces, a ghost town frozen in time, and the lingering effects of a nuclear disaster. Chernobyl, even the name sends shivers down your spine, right? It's a stark reminder of the devastating power of nuclear energy and the lasting impact it can have on our world. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant suffered a catastrophic meltdown, releasing radioactive material into the atmosphere. The nearby city of Pripyat, once a bustling community, was evacuated overnight, becoming a ghost town frozen in time. Today, you can actually visit Chernobyl and Pripyat on guided tours. You can walk through abandoned schools, see the crumbling remains of apartment buildings, and even get up close to the infamous reactor number 4. It's a chilling and surreal experience, a glimpse into a world forever changed by disaster. Would you be brave enough to face the ghosts of Chernobyl? All right, we're back in the USA for this next one, but don't think for a second that means it's going to be easy. We're taking on Half Dome, a granite giant that's become a legendary challenge for hikers in Yosemite National Park. Now, you guys know I love a good view, but this one comes at a price. We're talking about a 14 to 16-hour hike, gaining nearly 5,000 feet in elevation. And the final push to the summit, oh, that's the real kicker. You have to climb up a 400-foot section of sheer granite using metal cables for support. It's basically like climbing a giant vertical staircase, except, if you fall, there's no going back. People train for months to tackle Half Dome, but the reward is supposed to be breathtaking. Would you conquer Half Dome or admire its beauty from a safe distance? All right, let's hop over to Norway, all right? Get your passports ready because we're about to visit Trolltunga, a rock formation so epic, so daring, it'll make you question your sanity. Imagine this. You're standing on a giant rock shaped like a tongue, hence the name Trolltunga, sticking out over a 2,000-foot drop. Yeah, you heard me right, 2,000 feet straight down. The view from up there is supposed to be absolutely insane. Now, getting to Trolltunga is no walk in the park. We're talking about a strenuous 8 to 10 hour hike each way. Would you conquer your fears and stand on the edge of the world at Trolltunga? Okay, next stop, Spain. But we're not talking about siestas and sangria here, my friends. We're taking on El Caminito del Rey, also known as the King's Little Pathway, a walkway so terrifying it was once dubbed the most dangerous path in the world. Imagine this. You're walking along a narrow concrete path, barely 3 feet wide, clinging to the side of a sheer cliff face, hundreds of feet above the ground. El Caminito del Rey was originally built in the early 1900s for workers to access a hydroelectric plant, but over the years it fell into disrepair, sections crumbled away, and it became a magnet for daredevils and adrenaline junkies. After a series of fatal accidents, the path was closed in 2000. But fear not, thrill seekers, it reopened in 2015 after a major renovation, making it significantly safer but no less terrifying, let's be honest. Today you can walk El Caminito del Rey with a helmet and harness clipped to a safety cable that runs the length of the path. Would you brave the King's Little Pathway or stick to exploring Spain's less vertigo-inducing attractions? All right, guys, get ready for a trip back in time because we're heading to Skellig Michael, a remote island off the coast of Ireland that's steeped in history, shrouded in mystery, and surrounded by, you guessed it, terrifying cliffs. So Skellig Michael is this jagged, windswept island rising dramatically out of the Atlantic Ocean. It's home to the ruins of a 6th century monastery, perched precariously on the edge of a cliff, hundreds of feet above the sea. To get to the monastery, you have to climb over 600 uneven, ancient stone steps carved into the cliff face. And when I say uneven, I mean like some of these steps are more like giant, irregular rocks. Oh, and did I mention the wind? Yeah, it whips across the island with a vengeance, trying to knock you off your feet and send you tumbling into the sea. But the real danger here, besides the obvious falling off a cliff thing, is the unpredictable weather. 1 minute it can be sunny and calm, the next you're in the middle of a raging storm with waves crashing over the island. Would you risk life and limb to explore this ancient island monastery? What about you guys? Would you brave the treacherous climb to the top of Skellig Michael? All right, guys, buckle up and grab your heat-resistant suits because we're heading to one of the hottest, driest, and most inhospitable places on Earth, the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Imagine this. You're standing in a scorching desert, the temperature soaring well over 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The air is thick with the pungent smell of sulfur, and the ground beneath your feet is a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors, yellow, orange, green, all thanks to the bubbling pools of acidic water and toxic gases spewing from the earth. Welcome to the Danakil Depression, a geological wonder that's as beautiful as it is dangerous. This place is like something straight out of a science fiction movie, with active volcanoes, lava lakes and salt flats that stretch as far as the eye can see. The extreme heat, combined with the toxic fumes and the ever-present threat of volcanic activity, makes it one of the most dangerous places on the planet. So why would anyone in their right mind want to visit this scorching hellscape? Well, for starters, it's incredibly unique. There's nowhere else on Earth quite like it. Would I ever visit the Danakil Depression? Honestly, I'm not sure my body could handle it, but hey, if you're an adventurous soul with a high tolerance for heat and a love for the truly bizarre, this might be the place for you. All right, for our final stop on this wild ride, we're heading to Ireland, but we're not talking about cozy pubs or charming villages this time. We're facing the raw beauty and terrifying heights of the Cliffs of Moher. Picture this. You're standing on the edge of a sheer cliff face, the ground dropping away beneath you to reveal the churning Atlantic Ocean hundreds of feet below. The wind whips around you, carrying the salty spray of the sea and the cries of seabirds soaring overhead. The Cliffs of Moher are one of Ireland's most iconic natural wonders, stretching for 5 miles along the country's western coast. The cliffs rise dramatically from the ocean, reaching heights of over 700 feet at their highest point. Now, here's the thing about the Cliffs of Moher. They're beautiful, yes, but they're also incredibly dangerous. Would you brave the heights and the winds to experience the raw beauty of the Cliffs of Moher? What about you guys? Would you visit the Cliffs of Moher? So there you have it, the most dangerous tourist attractions in the world. From treacherous mountain passes to crumbling cliffside walkways, we've covered it all. Which one would you dare to visit? Let us know in the comments below. And be sure to tell us if you'd be brave enough to stand on the edge, or if you'd be clinging to the safest spot you could find. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more thrilling content. See you in the next video.